Hi everyone, my name is Penelope, but my friends and family call me P. I hope you will enjoy my adventures with my friend and loyal companion Peaches and become my friend.
On a sunny, breezy morning, little P and her kitty cat, Peaches, sat in their backyard. P stretched her arms wide, her pigtails flying in the wind, and gazed at the birds soaring high above. "I wish we could fly like that," she said with a dreamy smile. Suddenly, a mysterious wind swept them off their feet, spinning them into a whirlwind of adventure. When the whirlwind stopped, P and Peaches found themselves standing on a grassy field, surrounded by strange machines and tools. "Where are we, Peaches?" P whispered, her eyes wide with wonder and amazement. Nearby, two men were bent over a curious contraption. The men turned to P and smiled. "Hello there, I'm Wilbur," said the one with short dark hair and glasses. "And this is my brother Orville." Orville had slightly longer hair and wore a flat cap. One of the men said, "We're trying to build a flying machine." Bouncing on her feet, P gasped with excitement. "Are you building an airplane?" she asked eagerly. "That's right," Orville replied, rubbing his hands together. "It's called the Wright Flyer, and we hope it will take to the skies soon." P, her eyes sparkling, was in awe and could hardly believe her ears, while Peaches tilted her head as if she was listening too. P was hard-pressed to believe, and she was not sure what was happening. P was standing with the famous Wright brothers. P watched as Wilbur and Orville worked together, measuring and cutting pieces of wood and fabric. "Can we help?" P asked, holding Peaches tightly. The brothers nodded, and Wilbur handed P a small tool. "Every little bit counts," said Orville. As they worked among the tools and blueprints, the brothers explained how they had tried and failed many times before. "But we never give up," Orville said. "We keep trying because we believe we can fly." With a twinkle in her eyes, P felt inspired by their determination. Soon it was time to test the airplane. P and Peaches, excitedly cheering, watched as Orville climbed onto the flyer. The engine sputtered to life, and the airplane slowly lifted off the ground. P cheered as it wobbled through the air like a baby bird learning to fly. But suddenly, the plane tilted and came tumbling down onto the grass. P, with a worried look on her face, ran over to the brothers, who were inspecting the damage. "It's okay," Wilbur calmly said with a shrug. "This has happened before. We learned something new today. Don't worry," he said. "We'll fix it and try again." P watched as the brothers worked late into the night, their lanterns glowing like fireflies outside the shop. "Why do you keep trying?" P asked, rubbing her sleepy eyes. Wilbur smiled, because every new idea is a step closer to flying. The next morning, P woke up to the sound of hammering and sawing. She and Peaches rushed outside to find the brothers already hard at work on the Wright Flyer. "We made some changes," Wilbur said, his eyes twinkling with hope. P looks eager and curious, while the brothers are animated and focused. Finally, it was time for another test. This time, Wilbur took the pilot seat in the Wright Flyer. P crossed her fingers and jumped for joy, watching as the Wright Flyer took off again. It soared higher and steadier than before, gliding through the sky like a graceful seagull. P clapped and jumped with joy. "You're flying! You're really flying!" she shouted. The brothers grinned from ear to ear, waving to P and Peaches as they circled back to the ground. P ran to them as the brothers landed, beaming with pride and excitement. "You did it! You really did it!" she exclaimed. Orville, looking proud, exclaimed how happy he was. Wilbur nodded. "Yes, but there's still so much more to learn and explore." P felt a spark of excitement inside her as Wilbur looked on. "I want to explore too," she said, holding Peaches up high. "There are so many things I want to invent and discover." Orville knelt, looking P in the eye. "Remember, P, every great invention starts with a dream." P listened intently, filled with awe and inspiration, as Orville told her how he and Wilbur had persevered to reach their dream. And with hard work and perseverance, you can make those dreams come true as well. With a grateful heart, P hugged the brothers goodbye. "Thank you for the adventure," she said. P then began waving as the mysterious wind, hinting that their adventure was coming to a close, started swirling around her and Peaches again. And just like that, in a flash, P and Peaches were back in their backyard. Everything looked just as they left it, except now P felt different. P now felt much more confident, standing there with her hands on her hips. She was filled with ideas and dreams as big as the sky. P, filled with dreams and aspirations, looked up at the birds flying overhead and smiled. She knew that one day she would soar, just like the Wright brothers. Peaches nodded in agreement, believing in P's dreams. From that day on, P and Peaches spent their afternoons drawing plans and building contraptions, dreaming of future adventures. Their backyard was a world of endless possibilities. Surrounded by their ideas and dreams, they felt that the sky was the limit. And so, P's adventure in the age of flight inspired her to keep dreaming, keep building, and keep exploring. After all, the sky was the limit. Make sure you follow us and share for more inspiring children's stories.